Well, good morning and welcome in everybody.
Hey guys.
Let me tell you, I got so much rest yesterday because he went to Houston and didn't come back till late last night. So guess what? At 4:30 a.m., I woke everybody up in the house with Gracie's Corner. And so me and Elijah, we've been dancing with Gracie's Corner. If you don't know what Gracie's Corner is, just if you got grandkids or kids, go over there and tune it in.
Search YouTube for Gracie's Corner. You will be entertained.
Yes. So welcome in everybody. And if I doze off, it's because I've been up most of the morning.
I think we're more worried about Eddie. I think he's been up since 2.
Oh God.
So yeah,
so you're gonna see me and Eddie like
that would be 1 Central Standard Time. So yeah, that's even worse.
Right.
So good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team for cruise and travel. I am Jeremy. This is Cheryl, and up top we got Eddie and Scott,
who's still on location
from the MSC Divina.
My Jesus.
Yeah, this is our last day though, so we'll be in Miami in the morning.
With a perfect view. You know, what we see are the waves, and he rubs it in. Wish you could hear the waves.
Yeah.
I do wish you could hear the waves.
So we're gonna go.
I have the door wide open right now, and I can hear them like they're kind of equally mixing with the audio from the show, and it's amazing.
Nice.
We're going to the beach and listen to the waves.
Cool beans. Is that going to be combined with some chicken nuggets, or are we going to do something?
It's not
else?
Date night.
Thought I'd give it a try. Welcome in, #Team Replay. Good morning, and thank you for tuning into the show. As always, we appreciate you guys for coming back to check out the show. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in. Midlife Travels has made it in.
Hello there.
Welcome. Good morning.
Next up in the chat is Yo, Brooklyn in the house, still stuck in Atlanta, gonna cruise in June, and is still waiting and itching and wanting to cruise. Eddie Lugo Studios has made
Viva la raza! You know, this morning, I told Jeremy, what did I say I was going to wear this morning?
Something black.
Because of Eddie, because I saw him on his show. And then what really bugged me throughout the show, his show, was the first 2 letters of the word. I said, what could that be? What could that be? Uninstalling? Installing, restalling. I mean, I was just going bananas. Well, not your
banana.
I was going crazy trying to figure out what the first 2 letters were, you know.
Installing muscles.
See? Yeah.
Yep.
Then see the muscles, just the
installing muscles.
Yeah, I said, man, what is it on his shirt?
Yep.
It's the little things that bug me.
Praise the Lord. Midlife Travel says 68 degrees currently in southeast Oklahoma with a high of 82 degrees today.
Ooh, hot.
Wow.
It's going to be hot.
Oh, that's hot. Elizabeth has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Hope you're feeling well.
Hey, babe.
On the last day of the cruise.
She bought internet for the last day.
Oh, nice. Hey, that'll work. Mike and Rihanna's Adventure says, good morning, everyone, on this hump day. It is currently 29 degrees and snowing with a high of 38 degrees today here in Medicine Hat.
Seriously?
Snowing.
What is this? April?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yep. Is Church's Chicken open on snow days, though? That is the question.
Stop.
I'm serious. That's a good question.
I know they're on strike. The people that load the food up in
the Toronto airport
on strike.
Concession stand eatery type of people are on strike. PK Adventure Travels has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
James Cathanese, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, James.
Michael Ann Spoiled Mama has made it in. Hello.
Hola.
Oh, snap. Here we go. Captain Billy J. Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Welcome.
Here.
Captain, I haven't made any misstep sentences so far.
Nice.
I haven't done it yet.
We're only 6 minutes into the show, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah, whatever.
Cruise Nuts has made it in. Good morning, Pineapple Squad.
Hey,
hello.
What's up?
Ocean Travel has made it in. What's up? Let's see. Oh, snap. We got a donation of nuts and a cruise ship in the chat.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Cool.
We will take a donation of a cruise ship.
Anytime.
Thank you for that, Captain. Elisa's Adventures in Cruising has made the show. Good morning.
Yes. And she has some new vlogs out as well.
And
as her previous cruise.
She also has it scheduled live throughout the week as well. I can't recall what day though. I think it may be on Sunday. Put your live schedule in the chat here. Good morning, CME Traveling has made it in. Hello.
And guess what?
Welcome
CME,
in.
we're talking about the girl with the water story this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was between the two. You know, me and Marsha said she should be banned. She should be tarred and feathered for doing that. You know, just
tarred and feathered.
I'm just saying.
Are we still doing this?
No, but I'm just saying. Me and Marsha had the worst punishment. Kurt said, "Well, I'm not on board with putting people off, banning people."
Right.
But I don't know. But see, we don't even use the water in the room, you know. But
we don't. That's why our pro tip is go to a bar to go get your free water. Pick it up and then bring it back to the room. Mm-hmm. Don't touch those in the room. Don't even touch them.
Right. After this story, I mean,
don't do it. No. Z's Gaming and Home Theater channel has made it in. Hello. With your hashtag creator. I see you. Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it. Hey,
girl.
She has been absent. Good morning.
And we're lining up controversial cruising for when we go back live.
For cruising through life. Yeah.
At 2.
And she says, good morning, everyone. Hello from Missouri. Hope everyone is having a great time. Love you all.
Yes. Love
and
you
thank
back.
you for that donation of fairies in the chat. And let's see. Somebody, Cruising on the High Seas
and Travel
has made it in. Hello.
Don't let me turn my phone off, Rob, because
I know.
you're texting me.
Already texting.
Oh,
Yep.
And is that why he texted?
And speaking of controversial cruising, here he is in the chat. Boom. Hello. Go live together, crew.
Say snow.
Howdy.
Time. Yeah.
Okay.
He has so much energy.
Update. The strike here in Toronto has no sight to an end anytime soon. Oof. That's crazy.
So, Rob, are you part of that?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. We'll find out. Sea Lake Journeys has made it in. Hello. Welcome in.
Wacky Wednesday.
Doesn't Rob work in a restaurant or something?
At the airport.
At the airport.
He works at the airport. I didn't know that.
It's the restaurant workers that are going on strike.
It's the people that load the airplane up. You know, the snacks.
He said caterers.
Oh, I don't know.
Caterers.
Well, he's not a caterer.
CME says mouth muscles.
Mouth.
Installing muscles.
Mouth muscles.
Okay. Installing mouth muscles. That'll work. Okay. Here we go. Not on a ship, but spending time with my new grandbaby. I know that's right.
I know, right?
Tinkerbell.
It's nothing like that. Nothing.
Yep.
Listen, this is just me, right? But if I had a relative that lived in, like in a warm place by the water, I would not live in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, you got an extra room, right?
Cruising with Keith says, good morning, everyone. Happy hump day. And Mike and Rihanna, I was asking about snow days. Is Church's Chicken open on snow days? That is the question. Snow days.
What did he
I need to know.
How did he answer you?
It's open on Sundays.
Oh,
I know it is, but I'm talking about when it's snowing, can you get a decent box of fried chicken? That's all I'm saying.
Stop.
That's a good question. Leonard Family Fun has came in with the day of the day. As always, we love and appreciate you for doing this for the channel and keeping it going every single day. Good morning, Tanisha. And she says, "Happy National Banana Day."
Oh, it's your day.
Oh,
and you
wait a minute. Hold on.
We got a
sound effect for this one.
Stop it.
We do. I don't know why it's a chicken, but hey, that's for you.
Please stop that noise.
What? National Crawfish Day.
Oh, that's you too.
Oh, I know Elijah's happy about that one. National Cheese Ball Day.
I like that too.
National Haiku Poetry Day. You gonna do poetry?
You know I like poetry.
I know. That would be a good vlog. He's gonna open mic and let you rant.
Whatever.
That would be a good vlog. And National Ellis Island Family History Day.
Nice.
See you tomorrow, Texas. Somebody's going on a cruise. Yep.
This is all I need to say to Mike. Mike, Jeremy is asking a question because he's never driven or had to drive for a box of chicken in the snow.
No, exactly. That
if he did, he'd know that it wouldn't matter if it was open or not. Nobody's headed out in that garbage to get a box of chicken.
We shut down. We shut down for flood water here. We don't get snow, so that's why I'm literally asking: is it open on a snow day?
We get rain days where people get snow days.
I have a rear-wheel drive vehicle. I would be out there doing donuts. Journeys with June and Brady. Good morning. Oh, okay. Captain Billy J says the key words that Cheryl said was so far.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
So far.
Yeah.
Yep. Glad you caught that. Peer runners. Good morning.
Good morning, Tracy.
Okay, Captain Billy J. I think she should be banned, fined, and have the video removed.
Yeah.
Well, baby reposted it on adventures.js on Instagram, and it has received so far over 1.5K views.
Nice.
As of this morning. It was just reposted yesterday by her. I don't know how she did this. I don't know how.
She copied and pasted. She copied and pasted
That's all I can do.
She copied it, then pasted it on you guys' feed, and that's the end of it.
That's it.
You know she can copy and paste like nobody else.
Right?
I understand that.
I'm going to learn today because I got some stuff I need to put out all the way back from the Prima because I got you three guys. So I need to put the video together today.
No, we're going to do a real video whenever it comes to doing that. Oh, wait. We're not answering the question of the day just yet, but PK Adventure Travels has answered Scott's question. Yes, we use magnetic hooks to run our extension cords overhead for my CPAP and our travel fans.
Okay.
Also, twinkle lights around the cabin if Mel wants them, our hats and lanyards, among other odds and ends. Thank you for that answer.
Yeah, thank you.
The Z Show Cruise Fund says, good morning, content creators. Breaking news. The original prime time is back tonight, 6:30 Eastern time. And the greatest state in our nation's history, the Lone Star State of
Missouri.
New York.
Texas. And no, he is not a part of it. So he's still got a job. That'll work. That way he can book some more cruises. The food that goes into the plane. Yep.
Yeah, the food that goes into the plane.
Those are called caterers?
I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, Sky Caterer.
Yeah.
It's usually
Sky
like
Caterer.
There's like Sky Caterer. Yeah.
Or air something.
Is that for the meals or just the bags of pretzels and stuff?
Yeah, sodas and pretzels and peanuts.
Well, first class, you still get meals.
And, yeah, right. And the first class stuff, the food for first class.
Yeah.
Yep. Cruise Nuts says, "Hey Scott, isn't Jeremy your long lost cousin? LOL, near the water."
Yeah. Okay. Let me rephrase what I said. Anywhere but Texas.
Right. Trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yes. Traveling with Tinkerbell says, my daughter lives in Missouri due to her husband being in the military. Hey.
Thank him for his service.
Thank him for my freedom. Thank him for my freedom. That's what I thank vets for.
Okay.
Yep. Stop saying the S word. Well, I mean, hey, your Canadian compadre brought it up. I'm just trying to really find out, can I get a box of chicken if I'm ever in this situation? Okay, here we go.
They're probably open. Even they're used to snow up there.
Oh, that's right. You told us last week. You go into the Lowe's Arlington Hotel. That'll work. That will work.
By the way, I got some trucks outside. They look like electric line connectors.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what they're doing, but they're lining up in front of the house. So in case Wi-Fi or light goes out,
right?
Let you guys know.
Okay. Mike Arana says, yes, Jeremy, Church's Chicken is open on snow days. Thank you. I just want to know.
Hopefully that progress bar completes before that happens, Eddie.
I know, right? And let's see. James Catney says, depending on how much snow you get in inches, we get feet. Good old PA. Yep. Life with Lucy Ann Glenn has came in. Good morning. And don't forget to drop your link. That way everybody can connect with you right now. And they have a question. Have you ever cruised on Celestial? Is that the right name?
Celestial.
Yeah, Celestial Cruises.
Celestial Cruises?
Yeah.
No. I've only done NCL.
I mean, I know, obviously as a travel agent that sells cruises, I know about them, but I've never sailed them.
Goldie has came in. Hello. Good morning.
Hola, Goldie.
And Tinkerbell says she lives right next to Uranus. LOL.
That's in Illinois.
There's a Uranus, Missouri. Yep. I did not know that. Canadian Family Life came in. Good morning.
Hi, buddy.
Yep. Okay. Well, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for me to show you a different camera today. I normally show it on Friday nights, but we can have it this morning as well. I just wanted to show you how gloomy it really looks outside. This is the Pyramid webcam that faces over Moody Gardens, the main attraction here in Galveston, besides the beach and the Gulf and the heat and all of these things that drive people here. And speaking of driving, where my mouse cursor is right here is the main Galveston Island Causeway, the way people normally travel to the island. This one, the Freeport Bridge, and the Bolivar Ferry are the three ways onto Galveston Island. You're looking at one right here. It comes up over the Gulf. The mainland is like right there. That's the mainland of Texas. And then we are a barrier island that is next to Texas. So I don't know that many of us consider ourselves Texans, to be honest. We're just Galvestonians. And we are waking up to 73 degrees today with 96% humidity and cloudy. If you want to clear your lungs, just walk outside. That's all you got to do. This afternoon, we are going up to a high of 76 degrees with 86% humidity and cloudy. So I search where the ships are, and still across the pond is the Regal Princess here. I'm not sure where ESBIO might stand for. Scott, can you let me know where they're headed? After they leave Portugal on a transatlantic, where do they go?
I think that's somewhere in ES. I think ES stands for Spain.
España, yeah.
Yeah, España. So
I mean, typically on transatlantics, after they leave mainland Europe, if they're going to stop anywhere, it's usually either the Canaries or the Azores.
Yeah, I mean,
not every itinerary is stopping at those, so maybe they don't stop anywhere until they get to the U.S.
Right, but then they stop right here on that first island, that first stop, and then they head around to Southampton, which is right here. But right. I'm wondering what is this little ESBIO right here? I think they may be stopping in Spain because they were in Portugal yesterday, and now they're here. But Also out here is the Norwegian Prima GSC Bahamas. And then the
Gray Syrup K.
Gray Syrup. Oh, okay. Well, that'll work. That's
Norwegian's private island.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work. Carnival Breeze is at sea. The Dream is in Honduras, Mahogany Bay. The Jubilee is in Costa Maya. The Disney Magic is in Georgetown, Grand Cayman. The Harmony of the Seas is in Mahogany Bay. Also, no, Harmony of the Seas probably be in Cox and Hole. I don't know. It's hard for me to keep up with these things. Voyager of the Seas is also in Costa Maya. So we know that they're going to have a busy, busy day. Let me see who else has made it into the chat before we move on here. Cruise Nuts left us a donation of fresh fruit, pineapples, bananas, and some nuts. Thank you for that donation.
If I'm reading this right, it's not telling me, but I believe that it is ES for Spain and BIO for Bilbao in Portugal.
Okay.
Which is a port.
Well, that'll work.
That's where the ship is at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bilbao. Container vessel schedule. Congestions. Yeah, it's in a... yeah, that's what it is. That's the code for the port.
Mm-hmm.
About ESBIO.
Nice.
It's in Portugal, not in Spain.
Midlife Travels is back on the switches thing again. It says, you guys already know that what I would do to the woman in Houston that left her two young kids alone at home in order to go on a cruise in Florida.
Switches.
Yeah, no, we caught that on the local news before anybody reported it. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. Will G, good morning, working and listening.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yep. And let me see. Kathy Mills has made again. Good morning. And Captain Billy J is singing E-I-E-I-O. All right. Well, we are all caught up in the chat again, which means that it is now time for Jeremy Goes Bananas. And there are several today, so get your finger ready, Scott. Welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the segment of the show where I attempt to read what happened on this day in history. And today is a little tricky. We are at Wednesday, April 17th, and on this day in 1194, Richard I, the Lionheart, was crowned King of England for the second time after earlier surrendering his kingdom to the Holy Roman Emperor Henry the Sixth. I'm always used to hearing the other Henry. I have to reprogram my brain. In 1521, Martin Luther appeared before the Diet of Worms to defend his ideas on church reform. You heard that correctly. It says Diet of Worms. In 1790, American printer, publisher, author, inventor, scientist, and diplomat Benjamin Franklin, who was one of the foremost of the founding fathers, died at the age of 84. In 1895, the Treaty of Shimonoseki concluded the first Sino-Japanese War, which ended China's defeat. Ended in China's defeat.
Bananas.
Here she comes, y'all. I was trying to get this done before she came in. In 1951, American baseball player Mickey Mantle made his MLB debut as an outfielder for the New York Yankees. Uh-oh, when it stepped on Eddie's toes. In 1956, the Common Form, the International Communist Information Bureau, founded in 1947, was disbanded as a part of a Soviet program of reconciliation with Yugoslavia. In 1961, Cuban leader Fidel Castro's forces, repelled by the Bay of Pigs invasion, which was led by recent Cuban exiles and financed by the U.S. government during the Cold War.
Total disaster.
In 1970, the Apollo 13 command module carrying James A. Lovell Jr., Fred W. Hayes Jr., and John L. Swigert Jr. entered Earth's atmosphere and splashed down, ending one of the most tense chapters in space history. 4 days earlier, an oxygen tank had exploded, threatening the lives of the 3 astronauts. Well, maybe if their dads went, it might have been a little easier. I don't know. In 1975, Cambodia's ruling Lon Nol government collapsed, and the communist forces of the Khmer Rouge, led by Pol Pot,
That's all banana.
entered Phnom Penh and forcibly dispersed its citizenry into rural areas.
See.
Yes.
See.
And in 2003, Anneli Jäätteenmäki was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Finland, which thereby became the second country after New Zealand to install a woman as head of both state and government.
Mm-hmm.
In 2011, the hugely popular TV show Game of Thrones, which was based on George R.R. Martin's fantasy book series, A Song of Ice and Fire, debuted on HBO.
History.
In 2014, Colombian novelist Gabriel Garcia Marquez, winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature and widely considered one of the greatest writers of the 20th century, died at the age of 87. And in 2018, American First Lady Barbara Bush, wife of George H.W. Bush, 41st President of the United States, and mother of George W. Bush, 43rd President of the United States, died at the age of 92. And I thought this was interesting. The Canada Act, also known as the Constitution Act, took effect on this day in 1982. Establishing certain individual rights, preserving parliamentary supremacy, and making Canada a wholly independent, fully sovereign state. And my question is, what were they before this? Because 82 is pretty recent. So that will do it for Jeremy Goes Bananas. And yes, thank God. Yes. Good thing it's National Banana Day. That's what I'm saying. Yes. That'll work. Okay, hang on. There was some stuff going on in the chat here. Oh, okay. Leonard Family Fun says midlife travels. You can have her after I handle her. I want her first, the water lady.
Oh, the water lady.
Captain Billy J has commented on the diet of worms. It's an assembly at Worms, Germany. But why is it called a diet? Unless that's a German word for assembly. I don't know. Somebody let us know.
But the girl with the, we talked about it. The girl with the water story that Scott did and everybody's doing is, just think about it. Sometimes people think differently or wired differently than others because, say, for instance, the man that fished off his balcony. I never would have thought of that. The lady with the water. I never would have thought. Some things your brain just don't think of, but then other people's brains sometimes think of things that just make you say, what the heck is going on?
My brain is wired like this. This is the first time people are filming themselves doing these things. How often does it really happen? that begs the question, how often does it really happen?
There was something during COVID where these people went into Walmart and were opening up ice cream containers from the ice cream freezers and doing something to them. I can't remember.
You were
and then
licking the ice
closing them
cream.
back up. And then putting them back in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
That
filming
was
it.
just
And
nasty.
they filmed themselves doing it and put it out on one, like TikTok maybe or something.
It was a TikTok trend, just like eating the Tide Pods. Hey, it's a different type of human out there, and all of them have cameras.
People do Tide Pods now?
No, they used to do Tide Pods. That's why all of the Tide Pod containers are locked up in the stores.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Midlife Travel says 9 more days until Sherry's birthday, 4/26. We may try to muster up enough courage to record a video.
Please do.
Hey, do it. Why not?
Do it. All right. Do it.
Bake a cake and make a video.
Yeah.
All right. Diet of worms was an imperial diet, a former deliberate assembly of the Holy Roman Empire, called by Emperor Charles V, and conducted in the imperial free city of Worms.
Ooh.
Midlife Travel says Leonard Family Fun. We could double team that lady. Tag, you're in.
But Midlife takes
Wow.
those switches.
I know, right? Yeah, she was like,
Midlife wanna
Right.
the lady.
yep.
Oh, that's funny.
And let's say,
she needs a
okay,
whooping.
no. Correction. I'm talking about the lady who left the 2 children at home to go on a cruise.
Oh, did y'all talk about that this morning?
Yeah, somebody brought it up in the chat, and Midlife says, "I'm bringing my switches. Let me in on that lady." And Leonard's, I think they're going for first place on this.
Okay, but let me tell you,
Yeah.
that lady was from Houston. Did y'all know that? And
No.
she went on a 7-day, and I know with all my heart, because they've been talking about this on the news down here. That lady, her neighbors saw her pack her bags,
Packing bags and leaving.
and put them in her car and left.
The local news ate her up. I'm
6
telling
and
you.
8 years old. And when they did a welfare check, somebody had to tell. Some neighbor had to tell. And I'm glad they did, because you can. And then on the news, I don't know if y'all heard about this. On the news, the backside, because they talk about this woman every day. On the news, they said that, she didn't say, no, they didn't say, she told the police people the reason she left the kids at home was because her cousin was supposed to watch them, and she paid her cousin. So it's one of those things like, oh, I'm not really guilty. She's the one that's guilty, my cousin.
The cousin should have been there before you left. Sorry.
Right.
Scott Smith has made it in. Hello. Welcome in. And speaking of people going on cruises and stuff, I believe it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
I'm having internet problems. Just so everybody.
Are you coming in clear, man? You're good.
Carnival Cruise Lines notes something guests should never do. I think there's a whole list of them, including refilling the water bottles. But a social media photo has been circulating recently showing an elaborate setup of a rigged ceiling fan in a cruise ship cabin.
God, dog.
I think I just happen to have an image of it here. So it says here, it is not possible to identify which cruise line or cruise ship is in the photo, but the photo has drawn attention of Carnival Cruise Line brand ambassador John Heald, who has confirmed that such installations are not permitted. I want to confirm that we do not allow anything like this to be done. Nothing hanging or taped or magnetized or tied to the ceiling is allowed for obvious safety reasons. It shouldn't be noted that the photo shows a small fan on magnetic hooks that appears to be a small extension cord. Each of the items are individually permitted on board, but in a ceiling configuration, but not in a ceiling configuration that can be a safety hazard. Heel did further clarify, however, that the guests who bring CPAP machines on board are medically necessary for those with sleep apnea are permitted to use magnets to position the CPAP cords only across the ceiling so that they will not be a trip hazard, but the cords can be safely reach the power outlets. We do allow those people with CPAP machines to use the magnets to attach the wiring across the ceiling. The incident is similar to another photo that circulated in July of 2023, and we brought you that story then, right? So it was, I'll remind everyone, it was when somebody had set up this elaborate home theater setup in their Carnival cabin. They had a projector hanging from the ceiling and a big screen along the wall at the head of the bed. So of course that is a similar situation. So Carnival goes on to say hooks should only be attached to the stateroom walls or doors, however, not to the ceiling or other fixtures. If hooks are attached inappropriately or items are hung from the ceiling, the items may be removed and confiscated, and guests could risk fines or censure from the cruise line. So that'd be a lesson to you. Moving on, the new dining revealed for third Norwegian Prima class ship. So for the first time ever on any ship in the Norwegian Cruise Line fleet, Aqua will feature a Thai specialty restaurant called Suhok Thai. On Deck 17, the eclectic menu will offer both traditional dishes and more dynamic creations such as Thai cashew chicken, salt and pepper prawns, and Thai grilled steak salad. So it says here the themed decor will set an exotic mood for the restaurant with a geometric pattern floor, colorful furniture, paper pendant lights, bamboo screens, and other decorative elements that evoke the rich culture of Thailand. Another new eatery will be the addition of already popular Indulge Food Hall on Deck 8. This will be a plant-based restaurant with bowls and healthy options such as Mediterranean goddess bowls with spiced vegetables, tabbouleh, and honey roasted carrots. Overall, Indulge Food Hall will offer 10 food stations with international flavors and diverse tastes for everyone to enjoy. Finally, a new bar will also debut on Norwegian Aqua on Deck 6. The Swirl Wine Bar is aptly named for the contemporary ambience of and embodied the elegant swirl of a good vintage in a luxurious glass. The bar will feature a wine by the class menu, including an extensive list of rare and premium vintages for the experienced wine connoisseur. Discovering new flavors and dining experiences is such a memorable part of any vacation, especially when you share it with those who matter most to you. Expanding on our award-winning food and beverage program, we're looking forward to bringing new concepts to life on board Norwegian Aqua while continuing to deliver on a variety of available offerings and value that NCL delivers, said David Herrera, president of of Norwegian Cruise Line's new offerings. I can't believe there is a president of new offerings. So in addition to the new options, Norwegian Aqua is also featured contemporary redesigns for venues already popular aboard the sister ships of Prima and Viva. For example, the Commodore Room, one of the ship's contemporary main dining rooms, will have a captain's room vibe and a nautical touches such as an antique wood, pier-like lines, and stone accents. While the buffet side style seaside cafe on deck 17 will have more expansive views with floor to ceiling windows, warm color palettes, while the upscale seafood restaurant next door, Palomar, will have a natural rope and wood accents that highlight blue and purples to evoke a sense of the sea. Nama Sushi and Sashimi will also have a new color scheme influenced by MAGA art with bold shades of lime green and black, a playful take on the culture that brings guests such outstanding bites. Several venues aboard the Norwegian Aqua will move to new locations, such as the Whiskey Bar moving to deck 6 near the new Swirl Wine Bar. The Belvedere Bar will now be located on deck 8 at the ship's atrium. Metropolitan, the exclusive Sail and Sustain Cocktail Bar, will also relocate from midship deck 7 aft and will now have a grand piano and space for nightly music. Frequent Norwegian Cruise Line guests will especially love that Cagney's, the cruise line's signature upscale steakhouse, will be expanded with more seating, increasing its capacity and permitting even more travelers to enjoy classic cuts in an elegant atmosphere.
And that's the way the news goes.
So I went to Cagney's on Getaway, and it was by far my favorite steakhouse, cruise line steakhouse experience, even above Chops on Royal Caribbean.
Oh, well, that's saying something, because we're going to try Cagney's when we go on our December 1st.
On the getaway.
On the getaway. And we're going on the getaway to see if we have...
That's where I went too. I was on the getaway, so I think you'll enjoy it a lot. So it was a really great experience. Food was good, service was great, everything was perfect.
Yeah, we want to see if we're going to get flushes, toilet flushes.
Toilet flushes?
Yeah, we want toilet flushes.
I hope not.
Cruise Nuts, in response to the story, says, I use USB fans on my bed shelf.
Okay.
Yep. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says, I'm almost sure I'll be going live this afternoon for a very short time to do my food review today. If I do it, it would be around 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Stay tuned to YouTube for more updates. That'll work. Globies Travel.
We are finally on Central Time.
Nice. Globies Travels has made it in. Hello.
Hey, Globies.
Oh, and Captain Billy J just says, Scott, don't do any beekeeping in your cabin. We know you got the door open.
I definitely won't.
Yeah.
But I have watched some beekeeping videos in my cabin.
Hey, man.
I want to ask you a question, though, since we brought it up, beekeeping. What's the difference between the bumblebees and the ones that you have? Because bumblebees I saw Sunday at church, and they were yellow and black.
Big.
Right. Well, there's two different types of bumblebees. There's a carpenter bee. Those are the ones that drill the holes in your deck and everything else that people hate, and they're big time and nuisances, and people are constantly coming up with ways to try to humanely prevent them from doing that. And then there's just a standard bumblebee that it's a pollinator, right? But it doesn't make honey. But it's just a different type of bee. It does sting, and unlike a European honeybee, it can sting like a yellow jacket or a hornet. It can sting over and over and over. It doesn't have a barbed stinger like a honeybee.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So it can sting over and over and over. But most people's encounters with that type of with a bumblebee are the carpenter bees, right? Because most people don't see the other ones very much. So, and of course, a honeybee is Honeybees exist everywhere on the planet, but originally only existed in Europe. There are 3 distinct varieties of European honeybees. There are Italians, Carnolias, and Russians. So across Europe, there were 3 very distinct, but they are all of the same species. They're just kind of like a different subspecies, but they all look the same, very much similar. There's slight differences in the look of the different ones. So if you know what you're looking for, you can kind of tell what bees are. But then there's a lot of intermixing and stuff too. In the United States these days, we have a lot of just what we call mutts, right? Which are just kind of, over gazillions of generations of just kind of intermixing the different subspecies. They are just kind of what they are now. So, but they are all mostly of Italian lineage. So in the United States, but that's just really kind of the main difference is, they don't make honey, but there's 2 different types of bumblebees versus, one type of European honeybee. So
I was just wondering because, man, I actually saw the yellow and black on the bumblebee.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wow, I gotta ask Scott about that.
Yep.
But bumblebees are not typically aggressive either. They won't typically just come after you like a yellow jacket will, right? Yellow jackets just come after you because they're bored or whatever, just because they can. Honeybees will not do that either. Honeybees are not aggressive, they're defensive. And even though the behavior looks very much the same because they're basically coming after you if they are, but they're not likely to come after you, which is where the distinction between aggressiveness and defensiveness comes from. So
PK Adventure Travel says, oops, guess we need to be more aware when we get back on a Carnival ship next year with the magnets. Yes, please.
Yes.
We definitely want you to keep on cruising.
Because we usually use them on the door.
Yep.
But I'm not even going to bother with them this time, I guess because the Prima taught me not to decorate,
not to be as excited to decorate the door,
right?
It's we've been Carnival people for a long time, and then we get on the Prima and took a break from all that stuff.
Oh, I mean, listen, my wife decorates our door is decorated here on Divina. My wife decorates the door every time. She usually just has like signs that have magnets on the back of them, and then she also uses these hooks, these magnetic hooks, to kind of help support the signs as well. And after our first night, like our second night, we came back to our cabin from dinner and noticed that somebody had stolen our hooks off of our signs outside. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but so my wife uses them here on the walls to hang things like this and stuff like that or whatever, but we never hang anything from the ceiling.
We never hang anything from the ceiling, do we?
Besides ourselves?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Just us. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it in. Hello.
Hello, Chloe's mom.
And Midlife Travel says, Scott Elizabeth, I hope you had a memorable anniversary yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. We did. We didn't do much. My wife's not feeling well. She's not like sick in a traditional sense, but she's not feeling well. So we didn't really do a whole lot. And then we went to a really nice steakhouse dinner last night in the Butcher's Cut. So.
SWTC has made it in. Hello, welcome in. PK Adventure Travels came in with a programming update. FYI, sneak peek just for you guys. Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have a new video about unclaimed baggage in Alabama, like bargain hunting, and the merchandise is unclaimed luggage from airlines.
Yes, I'm going to watch that because we watched it. A while back last year sometime, and somewhere up Midwest or something, they got it's a big to-do thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yes. I wanted, yeah.
James Catney says, just do not bug the queen bee. You will be okay.
I know.
They're not going to let you at the queen at all. They're not going to let. Oh, okay. Here we go. Captain Billy J says, somebody stole my Captain Billy J Travels advertising car magnet from outside my door cabin on MSC Seashore. Still mad over that. It was not a cheap magnet.
I understand.
I have one in my Vistaprint cart that has been there forever, and that's like $30. I know it's the 11 by 17 when it's huge, and I may not be doing this.
Yeah, because I don't want people to steal.
Yeah.
We put stuff out there for
So
people.
here's the thing I think to myself, if somebody would have come and knocked on our door and said, would you by any chance have a couple of magnets that we could borrow and we would bring them back to you, like the last night so that we could use them for this or that or whatever. We forgot to pack ours or whatever. My God, we would trip over ourselves to probably give it to them. Right. But just to come and help yourself to something that doesn't belong to you, and then to not lose a second of sleep over it just irks me in a way that I just can't get over. So
stealing is stealing.
Well, we have answered the magnet question. Eddie, do you bring magnets on board the cruise ship? And if so, what do you use them for?
We usually put Alice Boots a sign on the door. That's about it.
Yeah.
And I do carry a pack of 10 magnets with me, but we never use them.
Okay.
But they're there, in case if I need them, they're there. But other than that, you saw like in our on the Lugo suite, we have stuff all over the counter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all got plenty of built-in hooks, so you don't really need the magnetic hooks because of how big your room is. But yeah, that's a good question though.
Yeah, we do carry a pack, but I haven't opened the pack yet. So,
and if anybody ever needs accessible cabin on Norwegian, please get it. It is huge, and I mean huge.
We want to thank Midlife Travels for reminding everybody to hit the like button because we are almost out of here. But before we do, Eddie Lugo, you've been working on a list for people coming on for the remainder of the day on YouTube.
Yes, sir. And right after us, around noonish time, will be Mayhem and Miracles. 12 o'clock noon, Guga and Rob will have a premiere. 1 p.m. Venture Cast, who used to be, what's his name? Oh my God. I forgot his name. Well, Venture Cast, he had this live yesterday at 1 p.m., but he had to reschedule for today. So he'll be on at 1 p.m. today. 2:05 p.m. will be live with Marlene. 5 p.m. Turbo Chat, Connect and Grow. 7 p.m. Controversial Cruising. And closing the night at 8 p.m. tonight will be Antoinette at Fun. And also live with Mountain Folk.
All right.
Oh, Jennifer, that's some good news too.
We get family ocean views and family interiors for this reason. They are bigger than your standard interior or standard ocean view rooms as well.
Yeah.
The deluxe ocean view on Carnival is also what we got. It's 2 bathrooms, not 2 toilets, but 2 bathrooms. So it's 2 separate.
So by the way, before we go today, I would like to share with everybody a video clip that I mentioned on a show on another show this week. I would like to share this from this is from one of the many things that I saw in Cartagena, Colombia. So it was a guy just standing around on a sidewalk feeding some pigeons from his mouth. Okay, so I'm going to be showing 2 video clips here of the same thing. Okay, one is kind of like a pulled back, wider angle video, and then I'm going to go to a really short clip of a close-up so that you can really see and appreciate what it is that this guy is doing. So here it is.
That reminds me of that lady on Home Alone 2,
Right.
in New York with all the birds on her. I don't know that she was feeding the birds from her mouth, though.
So then here's the close-up of it.
My Jesus.
Oh
Ooh.
my God.
Yep, mouth
That's
feeding
worse
birds.
than the
So I hope everybody appreciated that, because I didn't even I was just filming it and I didn't have my glasses on, obviously. So I didn't even realize that that's what was happening until my wife's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're filming that." And I was like,
Yep.
"Why?" I was like, "It's really cool. There's all these birds and stuff around." She's like, "No, they're eating out of his mouth." I was like, "What?
Oh.
Wait, I gotta look
Yep.
at this." So I like
Yes.
pitched it way up and I was like, "Oh."
James Catnese has a video dropping today of Cindy being crazy. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll have to tune in for that too. Hit the
Cindy
notification
must be
bell.
like me.
I don't know.
Cindy, I hope you're not like me.
Captain Billy J says, yep, hashtag mouth feeding birds.
Ugh.
James, at what time?
Ship to Shore Cruise News has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning. And Ship to Shore Cruise News has video on the NCL that we've been doing it over and over and over.
Yep.
Because we want to be ready. You know, he's got the escape. You know, he's been on the, but anybody that's going, oh my God. See, Scott, that's not even right.
Yeah, it is.
No.
That's the view that we all look forward to after all this cruise talking.
But Ship to Shore, go over if you're going to NCL Escape, because he's got it.
Yep. All right.
That's just wrong.
That's our last one.
Yes.
We'll be in Miami in the morning.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have the good remainder of your day. In the meantime and in between time, y'all take care of each other out there. Take care of yourselves. Hit the like button before you leave. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
We love you.
Bye.